On the second day, the woman who had been temporarily unable to speak regained her language function. Cameron took the woman to get an MRI as per House's request. However, just as the woman was about to be pushed into the machine, the operator called off the procedure. Soon after, House angrily stormed into the dean's office. It turned out that the dean had revoked all of House's privileges, which led to the woman's MRI being temporarily halted. It was evident that this was the dean's plan to force House to work in the clinic. Despite House's usual arrogance, when someone dares to mess with his patients, he becomes exceptionally furious. The dean, having caught House's weakness, remained very calm this time.
More yelling? That's not scary. That you're gonna hurt me, that's scary, but I'm pretty sure I can outrun you.
Left with no choice, House had to compromise. He agreed to work in the clinic, but the dean was not about to let him off the hook so easily. Shortly after, House emerged with a victorious demeanor.
Do the MRI. She folded. I've got to do 4 hours a week in this clinic until I make up the time I've missed.
It turned out that the dean not only required him to work in the clinic, but also demanded that he make up for all the clinic hours he had missed previously. Meanwhile, the woman was finally able to undergo the MRI. However, as the machine began to hum, the woman suddenly started experiencing difficulty breathing. It was clear that she was having a severe allergic reaction, with throat swelling directly causing her inability to breathe normally. Fortunately, Cameron, who was outside, noticed the abnormality and rushed in. They immediately began emergency treatment, directly cutting open the woman's throat and inserting a breathing assistance device. Only then was the woman out of danger. With the MRI no longer an option, they had to find other means to determine the cause of the woman's condition. However, House had no time to discuss the case with them. As per the dean's request, he went to the clinic to attend to patients. The first patient was a boy with asthma. House suggested that he could take steroids, but suddenly, House seemed to have thought of something. He immediately turned around and left. He found Foreman and Cameron and told them that the girl might just have encephalitis, which could be treated by injecting steroids. However, Cameron stated that they couldn't jump to conclusions without performing a biopsy. House argued that since they couldn't do an MRI at the moment, they could only try medications one by one. However, upon learning that House wanted to inject the woman with steroids, the dean directly confronted him. She stated that until they figured out the woman's specific condition, she would prevent House from continuing to administer steroids to the woman. With that, she turned and left.